2 SE.
What's up, guys? It's Yank here with 47 North. I'm back with Drew,
Hello.
and we're doing some space engineers. Did some
Yes.
um, off-camera work or off-screen work since you guys last were here. Um, yeah, some stuff has gone down.
just, just a bit.
um, so remember last time the big miner was stuck in a hole in the ground? It is
Mm.
actually now toast. It's it, I had to fix it in the hole, and then I kind of just patch jobbed it together, flew it back here, realized I couldn't stop, and it's back half plowed into the ground here in the crater. I limped the rest of it down there, and it's burning wreck there. So
Mm.
then I built another miner in the miniature form, flew that around for like 10 minutes, and crashed that. So I'm still
Wonderful.
without a miner. I'm still in need of platinum, and oh yeah, this new construction project. You guys have not seen this. This is our cargo shuttle, which is going to go down to the planet.
Yes. I'm
So,
currently building giant ass chunk of blast block, whatever the hell it's called. Blast door block. There we go. Words.
yeah, so Drew's down on the surface getting ready for receiving this rocket, and I need to build said rocket. It is atmospheric capable at this point in time. All the atmospheric engines, I think,
In theory.
are done. Now, granted, this has not been, tested in the atmosphere. Its first test will be its delivery flight. We're not like Boeing or anything like this, where we, have test flights and before delivery. No, delivery is the test flight.
Yep.
The issue I'm running into right now is I don't have enough platinum to finish off the ion thrusters, which are required to get it to the atmosphere.
Mm.
Like, that's literally the only thing I need is thruster components. Everything else, I think I have components for. Like, the thing's not built up, but in reality, it's like all the rest of it is just steel plate and like easy to make components.
Mm.
Don't require platinum and rare earth metals. Everything else is just like you need iron and nickel and like cobalt, and I have all that. I just don't have platinum. I guess since the server's been running here the last few days, let's see how many thruster components I have now. I already know it's not going to be enough. 535. Well, I can get at least another ion thruster finished with that.
There you go.
So I guess that's something. Oh yeah, and then I ended up damaging the grinder miner again, as I
Well done.
and as this particular vessel has been damaged and rebuilt countless times since its inception.
Mhm.
And I don't even know what generation number this one is technically. I think it's generation 3 or 4. I can't remember what because I can't remember what generation number we moved to when we moved to the moon. But I think this is like the second generation of the moon version, so I think that makes it about generation 4 overall.
All right.
I think, give or take, because it really hasn't gone through a lot of generations. It's just been rebuilt a lot,
Yeah.
and I've got no problem with that because it means we're using it, and putting it to work. I
Yes.
just wish it was maybe a little more rugged. That requires materials. Materials that I cannot spare at the moment. So yeah, if the welder grinder doesn't look quite the same, it's because some parts were probably either scrapped off of it or crashed into something, and I just had to like hobble it back together.
Yay, crash game.
But so be it. It's still functional and gets the job done,
Yes.
and brings forth another thruster or another ion thruster.
Yay.
So I need to figure out something here. So a small ion thruster requires 80 thruster components. A
Damn.
big one requires 960. I have 2 more large ion thrusters to build.
Alright.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18.
Armor, armor,
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 more small ion thrusters to build. So I'm gonna need to find platinum.
Yeah.
I know where platinum is, but the problem is mining it out by hand is tiresome, to say the least. So I don't really know how I want to approach that. It means I have to either build another miner, which is probably the way I'll end up having to go, or I'm gonna just have to spend like all night tonight mining platinum. Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't noticed, it's Wednesday. It's not our usual Thursday. 2 reasons. One, Drew has a birthday of some sort to celebrate. So we'll be taking the night off to celebrate his wife's birthday, which I think is reasonable. And then also,
I think so.
I would say so. And then also, I am going to be making a trip to the Detroit Auto Show, so I don't know if I'd actually be back in time for the stream to start on time anyway. So, in exchange, assuming everything runs well, we'll be back on Friday.
Yeah.
So trading the loss of Thursday to get a second episode in the week. I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, you said you lowered the cleanup to 10 blocks, right?
Yes, I lowered the cleanup to 10.
Or is it 10 exactly, or does it do below 10?
10 and below.
Okay.
10 is the threshold, so you need to have 11 blocks.
That's what I was just counting because I was switching out heads and realized my.
Now, if you're actively constructing it, it will ignore it for I think like 2 cycles or something like that.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it classifies as actively constructing. So I would say biggest thing is slap some power on it right away. Because if it's a powered grid, say if it's a powered grid, it'll ignore it. So if it's like a power block if it's like a power block and 2 steel bits, it'll ignore it because it's powered.
Okay.
So
just toss it.
I don't know what I want to do. Well, let me run the numbers. I'm gonna run the numbers. How many smalls did I say there was? Like 20 something.
20. Yeah, it was 20 something. I can't remember.
I'm gonna say it's like 22, just for a ballpark number. I already forget. So, just in small thrusters, I'm gonna need over 1,700 thruster components.
Damn.
Then I will also need.
Okay.
So overall, I'm going to need approximately 3,700 thruster components to finish this project.
Damn.
Each thruster component... I forgot how much thruster components were a big drag when we built Genesis.
Yeah. Genesis was also... it's not overpowered, but...
It has power. So each thruster component requires 0.13 platinum ingot.
Alright.
But also needs iron, cobalt, and gold. The gold could also become a sticking point later on. At the moment, iron's actually a sticking point because I processed apparently like all of it into steel plate because I have I have over 7,000 steel plate right now up here.
Wow.
And 15,000 hold on. Combine. All right. I have almost 16,000 motors.
Damn.
So I can build all the atmospheric thrusters you ever could dream of. And I will bring some down to you once I'm able to fly.
All right.
Yeah, so you should start making a shopping list. I can start bringing some stuff down. Okay, so I'm gonna take that out of the queue because we don't need any more of those. Just thruster components. That's all we're gonna be producing.
Yes.
On repeat, just thruster components on repeat.
All
So,
the things.
If 100 of those requires 13.33.
Large.
13.33. I'm gonna need approximately 500 platinum ingots.
All right.
So how much does what's the? I wonder what the conversion of platinum ore to platinum ingots is.
Not very good, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Actually, interesting point. Why is this not producing? Oh, because I don't have iron.
That would do it.
Maybe I should deconstruct some of those.
Probably not a bad idea.
Just just because I have so many, maybe I should just deconstruct. Actually, hold on. What does motors hold? Iron and nickel. I'm gonna deconstruct about, let's say, 4,000 motors. I think we can spare that.
Maybe.
Okay, so if I put this in the assembler, put 4,000 of them in there. Ah, shit. Tim keeps stealing them.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
Okay, where's the Tim block?
Sure.
I'm going to turn Tim off.
No, Tim.
Baby.
You're so young.
Baby. What is Tim's block even called? I can't remember.
Probably Tim PB. If I made it.
It's just a bunch of timer blocks in the T's. Oh, PB Tim. There it is.
Or, yeah.
Okay, turning
Don't
Tim.
always put the names in the same order.
Right. Tim is turned
Always
off
put
temporarily.
Display interior.
Just long enough to deconstruct approximately 4,000 motors.
Is that all?
Well, it can only do about 1,200 at a time, but I'll just have to keep an eye on that. Mainly because of capacity issues in the assembler. Okay, I guess in the meantime, I can mine out platinum by hand.
Yay.
Because that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Interesting side question, unrelated to space engineers. Have you ever been on or seen or heard of VinWiki?
The what?
VinWiki, V-I-N, then wiki, like, wiki pages, like W-I-K-I.
No, I haven't.
Worth a check out, especially on YouTube. There's some cool car stories. But I think I might start using it though for documenting vehicles. Because they've got a mobile app.
Nice.
So, maybe not so much for my daily driver, but some of these project cars that I have in my head, I think I'm going to start documenting them through VinWiki.
All right.
And, possibly looking them up.
How to conveyor.
How to things. How to... I'm lost in the... I've not mined this out in a very methodical way. I've been just following the veins of platinum. So it is it looks like one of those like ant colony things. It's just everywhere. So it's just all kinds of stupid.
Let's do an 8 down.
So I need to. That's right, because Tim's not on. I actually have to put this in the correct place, or else it won't work.
Damn, that won't work either.
Get that to work.
I guess it does make more sense to do it that way.
What else has platinum in it?
Magic?
Probably, actually. I'm just trying to find sources of platinum, because it's like as soon as we get the cargo shuttle constructed, then I can get back to work on production related things.
That would be nice.
Guess what? The only thing that has platinum in its construction, thruster components. Just because I need it.
Of course. Okay. Alright, so we are going to...
Okay, so that'll give me about 8,000. That 1,200 motors gave me about 8,000 iron. I think I'll leave it at that, and if I need to deconstruct more, I will.
Fair enough. 7. That.
Cool. So we're gonna go back to assembly, and it's just gonna start doing shit. I now need to turn Tim back on. Do I have to hit run again?
Possibly.
Okay, I hit run. Guess we'll find out later if it's working. Back to my...
Building a floor welder.
Doing a what?
Building a floor welder.
Oh, similar to the one that's currently being used in Colony Wars.
If it's a recent episode, I do not know. I have not caught up the last. I think I was caught up last. No, I don't think I saw last weekend's.
Okay. Yeah, they built a rover that basically had this arm attachment with like probably 6 welders or something like that at pointing down, because they're welding the floor to the base.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
All right.
So I didn't feel like running around hand welding a. I think I ended up doing either 25 or 30 by 30 blast door.
Yeah, that's fair.
for landing pad.
We need it.
Yep.
Hopefully you have hydrogen production figured out down there, because I'm going to need that.
Got production more or less set up, not fully like full tilt like I wanted it to eventually be, but
because the thought process is that the design that I'm using, granted again untested, will only need to use hydrogen for departure from the surface. Will not need it for all other modes of flight.
Good plan. Just purely booster.
Correct. It's purely just for leaving the atmosphere. Everything else should take over from there.
Okay.
Now that's the theory. We'll put it into practice later here and see what happens.
Yep.
And once again, I am lost in my mind.
So actually, motors would be nice. I don't think I have the nickel deposit mapped out yet.
Like I said, I'll bring a bunch down, because I know when we're on the surface, we'll need motors more than we need them up here.
Yes.
But I have them. That's the thing. I have the ability to give them to you. Or hopefully we'll have the ability to give them to you soon. Another issue I'm going to run into is I don't know if I have any more gold up here. I really need a miner is what I think is what that keeps telling me.
Yep.
It's like the last thing I want to make right now. Because I know I'm just going to crash the damn thing. And then the one ship that I want to actually convert into a miner, it's on its side and I can't get it on the upright, so I can't really build it. And it's unpowered, so I'd have to like build it on its side and hope that I don't screw it up.
Of course. Alright.
No.
Those. We need some of those. I need a lot of things that don't have a lot of things made.
What kind of things do you need?
Basically, I just have to actually get in my miner and go for an actual mining run and get some iron.
Oh.
Let's see. What was I doing? I lost my train of thought. Do I really need 600 detector components?
Yes.
Right now.
Sure.
What? How much stuff?
Oh no.
What?
What just happened?
I don't know.
I just knocked like part of the ship, like the part that I'm constructing in the ship, I just knocked it off apparently.
Well then.
Thankfully
That's no good.
it's parts that I had actually not yet welded. So it's just basically all I lost was probably about 4 steel plate blocks overall.
That's good at least.
But there's scrap metal everywhere. I can convert that into
scrap.
iron.
This is true.
But yeah, I accidentally knocked one of the large thrusters off. Thankfully didn't have any resources put into them yet, so
That's good.
I think I will leave that section off though until I'm done welding inside of here because it's in the way. So I think that's probably for the best that it stays the way it is right now.
Alright. You. In theory, I should not have an issue with things not wanting to work this time. Let's actually get built.
Theory.
Yes.
Oh,
I forgot.
theory.
I forgot the massive amount of restrictions that the small cargo tubes have. Like, they won't transfer any components at all. Which makes it a little bit more difficult to build compact tool heads.
Correct. You kind of have to think about how you're going to lay stuff out to do those.
Or in my case, just slap a medium cargo container and smack dab in the middle and run a bunch of junctions across.
That's how I made the original version of the welding grinder.
It works.
So did a similar concept. I don't think it was a medium cargo. I think it was just a.
Yeah.
I think it was just a connector, but still same concept.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I should probably weld up this space as well while I've got the room. to do it.
Probably a good plan.
This thing is, I just did kind of a half-assed design on this thing, and then didn't really, you know, design it for welding ship to be inside of it. It's not like Genesis where, you know, you just fly around in the hangar and that works well enough.
Construction interior.
Got some cool visual things going on with this rocket too. Well, maybe not so much exterior visuals, but some cool little trinkety things.
Nice.
Some little nifty things about it that I hope to show off at some point, but not yet.
Fair enough.
Mainly because they're just not done.
I'm just waiting for you to get down here so you can take a cruise around on the lake with this thing.
Oh,
it's really fun.
I'm looking forward to getting back down to the surface just for the sake of being on the surface and building a rover for no shits and reasons.
Yes. Oh. I'm gonna have to make, at some point in somewhere inside the garage, I'm going to make like a tool station.
What do you mean?
Basically, like all my tool heads are merge blocked to my arm.
Okay.
Set up where they have a secondary merge block where I can basically just merge them onto it and have like a moving shelf or something like that, so I can, you know, hit a button so it can come into range and I can grab the tool.
Sounds fancy.
Yes. That should, in theory, negate any chance of cleanup issues as well.
Theory being the key there.
This is true.
It is nice having a welding ship, though, just for the sake of not having to do all this welding by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm doing a lot of the easy welding stuff right now just because I can.
Yeah.
Like all the steel plates, armor. Not that the thing's going to be really well armored to save its life, but it doesn't really need to be. It's just a cargo transport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Construction.
What's the primary resource of the surface, I wonder, for our surface base anyway?
Primary as in?
As far as what can we send back in exchange for motors?
Oh, gotcha. I mean, there's a little bit of everything. It's just a matter of tracking down the deposits. Right. Construction.
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of platinum. I'm gonna have to track down another gold source because I think the other gold source was pretty well picked over. I mean, I think there's gold still there I can mine out, but it'll be easier if I just build a miner to do it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of processing through stone. Because that was the nice thing about the miner designs I had, is that you could fly back and it would sort out all the nasty stone.
This is true.
I mean, if you needed stone, you could just turn that feature off, but most of the time, we didn't need that much stone.
Mm-hmm.
Because gravel's really only needed for reactor components.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think that might be one of the first, once we actually get around to it. There's one called Stone Duster. It's basically an ejector, but instead of ejecting it out, it just basically deletes it.
Might be
A
useful.
little bit easier on server.
Supposedly. Have you seen the new blocks that they're bringing in?
No, I have not. I did not realize there was an update. Or a preview, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's a preview. I don't think it's active yet.
No, I didn't see anything on the... Was not yelling at me for any updates.
Let me take a look here. I don't see them in our tree at the moment, so not just yet, but soon.
Sure. Alright. You need. Alright. Just need. Alright. I got a tool loaded up on my tab. So. Just grab all the steel plate that I have, load it into the one cargo container on the front, and go for it. And hope I have enough steel plate.
Working on a particular project that needs steel plate.
The landing pad.
Ah.
Blast door blocks.
Well, you'll use a few pieces for that.
Just a few. Balance. 2, 3, 4. Let's see.
The thing I actually need to do is I still need to design a cockpit for this thing. Or a bridge. I really only have the back 2/3 of the thing designed. Mainly because it was just like, well, this needs to go here and this needs to go here, and I guess that'll fit there.
Fair enough.
And not much else I could do about it. Computers.
Oh,
I got a few of those.
Right. Don't need to do any finagling with this. I just gotta raise the arm up. Sitting here realizing that there's only like a 4-block wide gap for me to get between the laser tower and the cargo. Just gotta raise the arm up. And you like to spin. That way. Up. Gosh. Oop.
The next big unknown is, I wonder what kind of power this thing's going to need.
That is a good question. Oh, Lord. Alright, balanced again. Enough clearance. Yeah, there should be enough clearance for what I need to do. Spin around. Edge done around quit. Build myself a ramp up. Probably help if I was on the right tool.
Probably.
Will do.
Usually helps anyway.
You would think. I need a ramp. Thing. Slip, that works.
Okay, now here is the big question: is how to finish the ship.
How to finish what now?
How to finish this ship off.
Ah. Yeah. All the way down. Up on the platform.
I think the connector is gonna go on the nose. I think I've just decided that.
Fair enough. Yep. And yep. Keep going. There you go. Alright. I'm actually on the platform. I'm gonna need to add some more thrusters to this thing when I get. Well, even now. No, actually, I think I really just need to figure out better center of gravity. Think that, and that. That one. Buildy. Oh, did I tweak that one yet? One I haven't really set up for any like productivity stuff, but just having like 6 macros that I can mess with. Oh, really nice when trying to play games. Trying to do things by hand, I just hit a button, it just constantly right clicks for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna set it up for left click. Let's see if I overdid. Bring up software. Yes, that profile. I want. Actually, the keyboard. Yes. That's the. That one. That one. Okay, good. Did set it up. Link. Hit the button.
I have a novel idea, but it could be risky, so I'm doing a little reading at the moment.
Fair enough. Ting.
I'm gonna attempt something, which is probably a very bad idea. But the idea that I want to attempt is putting a connector on a piston so it's retractable.
It's not that bad idea. I mean, that's my arm's got a piston on it, so I can extend a little bit.
Yes, but we all know how ornery pistons can get.
True. Depends on what you're trying to do with it.
Also, I'm trying to remember, do pistons like being encapsulated or not?
Depends. I usually try to avoid the top half of it.
Gotcha. I'm gonna just trim that. I'm supposed to trim when I grind you. Well, whatever. You know what, I'm just gonna half block it just to be safe.
Okay, yeah. Nowhere near enough steel plate.
How much steel plate do you think you need?
I had just over 4,000 in my inventory. I did like a 6x5 area.
Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna need to. You're gonna need a little bit more steel plate.
I thought I had broke something for a minute. It just was not welding anymore. It's like, oh, I ran out. Okay. I guess. Here. Off, turn that on, turn that on. And let's see. It goes over there. My name. No.
It'd be nice to have the nanites right about now.
Yes, it would.
For this large construction project, I can put stuff down, they can work on it while I'm working on mining stuff. And it could get stuff that's located underneath panels that I've accidentally already paneled in.
Yes.
To find the mod web code for it and download it to the server, maybe.
There you go.
Because that's all I gotta do to put it on the servers. I need the web code for it, so that way when it gets updates, it will be supported.
Not a bad idea.
I'm already out of beer.
Aww.
Oh, I know what beer I'm gonna grab. Hold on a minute. Beer break. I don't normally go from dark beer to light beer, but in this case, I think I'll be okay.
Alright.
I went from a KBC Widowmaker.
Alright.
For those unaware of what KBC is, it's the best goddamn beer you're ever going to find.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Michigan beer from the UP. However, a very close second is the Erdinger Weiss beer.
Alright.
Which comes in a larger quantity, so I don't have to get up next time I need a beer.
Oh. It was not that far of a drop. I should not have died.
Yes, I actually self-imported this when I was in Munich last fall.
Nice.
And I'm down to my last 2 bottles, so... I shall enjoy. Okay. What was that? Oh yeah, I was trying to build a cockpit.
Do or do not.
Mainly because I need to figure out how to put all this. I need to figure out how to make this work in the way that I think it should work. If that makes any goddamn sense.
Never.
Never does. Okay, so if I go, in theory, to be fair,
90 iron.
that. Oh, it needs a top piece too. Fuck. While my idea seems cool, it might not work. Well, no, let's just try it. If I break stuff, there's gonna be a little trial session, I think, before I depart for some of these systems.
Fair enough.
Because I've got some ideas, and they may not work. Why won't you install? You're gonna be that picky? Damn.
Of course.
Okay, fine. Granted, this is a design that's probably just asking for disaster too, so... we know how my designs go when they're not asking for disaster.
Yep.
Fantastically elegant designs that break the physics.
Yay, physics breaking.
Okay, so if I extend it to here, I should have all the clearance in the whole world to put this in, like so.
Oh, yeah, there's some silver here too.
And that will probably collide and cause heaps of damage, but we'll give it a shot anyway. I need to get, there's not a reactor on here yet. I need to fit that in here somewhere. That's the thrust.
Probably be a good plan.
And it should probably be a large one. Okay, large reactor.
Definitely need to get way more power on this thing.
I have to cut the whole front off the ship and move it like 5 blocks out.
Oh goody.
But that's why I have a grinder ship.
Yes.
And this is also why I don't weld stuff up until I've kind of decided on what I want to do.
Probably a good plan.
Usually is. Boop, 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 boop.
I'm really happy with how the entrance is turning out.
Yeah.
Still gotta try to figure out. I've been playing around with colors. I haven't found what I wanted.
Oh, this ship in my traditional fashion, probably just gonna be steel gray. It's
Fair enough.
It's functional.
Sure.
I'll deal with the color scheme later. I'm going more for survivability right now rather than design ability.
Yeah.
Okay. Move that out. So now I can put a large reactor somewhere.
Somewhere.
Over the rainbow.
No.
Realistically, I should probably try to plan for 2 of these.
Probably. Did I have any upgrades on there? I did have some upgrades on. Upgrade. Oh, I put Real dollar. Okay.
Right. Plumbing in this ship's gonna get complicated now. I mean, I guess, to be fair, it was a cargo vessel, or is a cargo vessel, so it was gonna have plumbing, and it was probably gonna have plumbing nightmares at some point.
True.
And so far, the plumbing's actually been fairly docile. I need interior plate. Fuck. Oh, the welder ship's on fire. That's good.
That's good.
Immediately flies away and acts like it's not even happened. Which probably means, though, I need more thruster components if it's on fire.
Very possibly.
I can spare any more of those.
Damn it. I got distracted. I forgot to finish. I started to build the battery and then didn't.
Let me guess, you just ran out of power again, didn't you?
No. I just no longer have a drilling head.
Well, you know. So the power is going to be really interesting on this ship. It's going to have one large reactor and multiple small ones because of form factor problems.
Alright.
But I figure having a large one and some small ones as support might be just enough.
Fair enough.
But I haven't done any math on this to figure out if it actually will yield anything useful. Or if it's just going to be a big old pain in the ass.
Yes.
Okay, that's an ion thruster. I don't need to do that because I can get that from the outside. Small reactor.
That.
Small steel tubes.
Just
Motors and construction
factor it.
components.
That could work.
I have to know where to find a few motors.
Yeah, just maybe. Just playing the waiting game.
Oh, for the sun?
Oh no, I finally got around. I mean, it's just a small reactor, but it's enough to run the majority with the stuff down here during the night.
You know, it's just occurred to me, there's all these advanced tools in the box,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm using a basic welder.
Well done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna get that swapped out during my next parts pickup. Oh. In the parts box, guess what?
What?
It's all basics. Oh, wait, no, there's an elite welder. One elite welder left. The rest are basics. So I'll take the elite welder. Which means I need to put that there. Huzzah.
Zaba. Refine out, refine Fastor.
Oh, so much better.
Oh, yeah, I totally have some parts. Probably. I'm not really worried about that much efficiency right now, so I might as well stick an arc on your arc. Whatchamacallit? Arc furnace, there we go. On here. Another large construction repeater. D. Direction. Lunk. Here. Alright. Ion. What? Maybe said two. That's not. Okay. That's plenty for that. Did I put any upgrades on you? I did. I'm going to put some more upgrades on.
Hello.
Hello?
Apparently the Xbox wanted to turn on.
Hello, Xbox.
Oh. Oh well. It has sunlight again.
Small. Yeah.
Not that the base was even that remotely close to running out of power anyway, but it's nice to have.
True.
It's nice to know the base will be powered for another day.
Indeed.
Okay. So I'm gonna need a lot of reactor components. Well, not a lot. But I'll need a sizable amount of reactor components.
Sizable, huh?
Yeah.
What? That. Alright. Fully upgraded speedy. Oh, wait, no. Not fully. Missed one.
What'd you miss?
Speed module.
For
The assembler.
ah. That's the interesting thing is this welder. I'm probably the most comfortable flying this thing because I've flown it the most.
Fair enough.
Considering over the 3 seasons of Space Engineers, if you really want to think about it, I mean it's like it's the grinder welder. I ground down Redship with it. I welded up probably 60 to 70% of Genesis with it.
Sure.
Then it's been adapted down here.
Yeah.
Can't think of how many other countless projects we've done with it down here.
So many.
Like it on its own is its own star. Oh, fudge muffins, super conduit. I hope we have some super conduit floating around in here.
We'll find out shortly.
I have 8. I will need
Alright.
more than that. And it takes gold to produce, which is a resource I'm kind of short in supply.
Yep.
So if I have 8, I need 100. I'm going to need 92 of these things.
Awesome.
Well. Guess I better go find some gold. Or I have to convert everything over to small reactors. That is another possibility.
It's also true.
I just worry about their power output. I mean, I haven't done the math on how much power this thing needs, but I'm gonna say probably not. Probably doesn't have enough. If it's just done a bunch of smalls.
Not. Yeah.
I guess the one thing is the form factors. I could pack them into a bunch of tight spaces, though. But
true. He's actually not bad. Expand my mining real quick. Get a little bit more balance. Do I need cargo? It's really, I don't even need cargo. You can just stick a couple of reactors on it. Never need power again. Set up for that. Steel. Steel. Yeah, I think I'm just cargo. Where is that? Right. And drill. And that ends there. Wrong button. Wrong lever. Construction. Whatever. Some construction. Go there. Go there. Go there.
Okay.
do. Just an attack. No.
Fuel low.
Okay, we need metal grid, large steel tube, computer, superconductor.
Do.
Oh, did you see the release of the new Sierra 2500 HD?
No, I have not.
Looks very fancy.
Oh.
Okay, so I need the conduit. And I need, can't remember how many large steel tubes, but some. Some computers.
Reactor. Really help if I actually grab the reactor components I just made.
Probably. Just maybe, anyway.
Just. Alright. Just go like that. Ooh, okay, there's a little back heavy. Thought might happen.
So this needs metal grid reactor, and yeah.
That out. For the moment, sure everything's go. All right. Oh, this is actually connecting. Grab. that no more. That should, in theory, last a little while at least. Go. Door. Rich. Yeehaw. Turn in. Table. That. That's 15.
Okay, now on to plumbing.
Yay, plumbing.
Which I need some interior plate for.
The computer display. All the things. Steel. Like water. Orange construction. Auto level system on this. Yeah, let's do that's what I want. Love. Auto. Auto path. Builder path. Auto miner. Align. Gravity aligner. Okay. Input in. I picked the game. Oh, there we go. Okay. That. And can you make a group of groups?
I don't know. Never tried before. I suppose anything is possible.
Here we go. Need again. Colonel Black cockpit. Jabra. Okay. That. that, and that. No, you cannot.
So just come back and say no.
Yeah, it does not let you save if you have a group selected while making it.
Gotcha. That's quite unfortunate.
Indeed. But at least you can make multiple groups of same block.
This is true.
So there's that. Three. This should. I actually think. But it's not my head. Move. Shoot there. Run. Go. Run. Stop. Now, theory. Groups. That. Don't want to use that now.
Your health is low.
Oops.
What did you do?
Backed into the welder and almost died.
What did you do that for?
It was kind of seemed like a fun thing to do. Thankfully, we have a med bay.
This is true.
Okay, so that's as far as that will extend out.
No. More or less centered. A little bit. Oh, I'm glad I remembered I had. Will it work? Fair enough. Drilly hole. This way. Commas marked out. That color. There, there. Yeah. So, yeah.
All this just for a complex.
For what?
I say all this just for a complex way to put a connector on a ship. I mean, I could just slap a connector on the end of a conveyor tube and be done with it and move on. But no, I'm having to make it complicated because that's the space engineering way.
Yes.
It's just how it's done.
Yep.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I can't weld things.
Perfect. Sweet.
Okay. so I am glitching out. My inventory is saying things that I don't actually have. So I was gonna relog real quick.
Okay. Have fun. I'll be here
Or
futzing
at least-
around with my ship.
Reconnect to server at least. No, stop that one. Join more. Thank you. Join in. Pretty sure the host has not left the game, but alright.
The host is most definitely still here. It even says you are connected.
Shot. I know my jetpack feels low, thank you.
Why, thank you for noticing.
Okay. Jump with yourself, game. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. That. And try this again. Can I weld? I can weld again. Yay. Excuse me. More steel plate. Okay. Production. Some has ran out of. Okay. Do. Build. was wanting, but better than what it was. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Looking for.
Sorry there. Herpaderpaderp. Herpaderpaderp. That there. Go. More. Six. Wee. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, Karen.
Let's see. Back to the drawing board on that idea.
Fuel low.
There, that there. That and that. Yeah. Really tempted to build a large grid miner now.
What was it?
So I'm really tempted to build a large grid miner now.
Nothing's stopping it, I guess.
True. Shit, my remember so long there. Oh. Didn't. Driddly.
This is, I think, gonna be my
that
best
thing.
mini cockpit I've built in a while.
Mini cockpit?
Yeah. Basically one that's like centered around having one seat in the front.
Gotcha. That's why it was looking weird to me. Built in the wrong spot. Wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. Losing my mind. Alright, let's see. Now to figure out how. Yeah.
I'm really proud of the front end of this ship now. Or at least the cockpit space.
Nice.
I don't know how I'm going to taper the rest of the ship down to meet its design, but
Find a way.
to be determined, I guess.
That's too much. Those two. Damn it. Looks, yeah.
Fuel low.
To play. Okay. Hello, son.
What was it?
I said, hello, son.
You finally get some sunshine.
Just a little bit.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. That corner. Thing. Be here. Flipping where? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do-do. My edge is marked out.
What's happening to him? He's too well ranked that event.
Touch. Okay. I think I figured out how I'm gonna do the garage.
Figured out what?
I was trying to figure out layout of the garage. I think I'm gonna do 2 bays, or 4 bays rather. 2 on either side, 2 large and 2 small.
Okay.
2 like 15 by 15 or so for larger rovers, whatever that we want to build. And then a couple of smaller ones, like, I don't know, 7 by 7 or something like that for probably doing, yeah, probably 7 by 7. And have some working room.
Gotcha.
How the hell I'm gonna do the design of those, I don't know. One of those, I love working with the like in the mountain kind of thing, but at the same time it makes it really hard to, you can't just kind of like, you know, build a framework real quick. It's like, okay, don't like that, change it up. Get up. That was- Thing. Thing with a thing. Yeah. Home. 3. And then that one. That. That. Run my happy ass back out to the landing pad. So it's not paying attention to my hydrogen.
Well, I mean, at least not far from where you need to be.
True.
Not like you need to take an adventure to some faraway place.
Oh, come on. We fell coming. Right. That place got. Yeah. Just a little bit. Here, this side before. Yeah. That's right. Back to that side yet. No. No.
There we go.
Come on, number. There. Make that tolerance. A little bit more. One corner back down. Okay. Yep. Back. Mark there. That's up in base.
I'm out with the scout right now, so I'm using its cargo capacity to help.
Fair enough.
That is my mining solution right now, is flying out with the electric scout and using my hand drill
Hey, it works.
Since the Electric Scout, I forgot, was equipped with a ore detector.
Ah,
Which makes sense for a
Okay.
scout.
true.
And it doesn't have any storage on board, but I'm using the connector as storage, and I suppose I could use the cockpit as well.
Yeah, probably.
And I don't have to worry about fuel since it's all electric.
True.
I just gotta make sure I plug it in every night. It's like a Tesla. Cool thing too is it comes. I forgot I also had put working lights on it, so it's like I can kind of drive it up to where I need to go and park it.
Nice.
And I'll just kind of sit there and provide ample lighting for the situation as well.
Cool. Just Don't dump us on this thing.
It does not, however, have an onboard oxygen generator, so that does limit my ability to stay out forever.
Just a bit. Is on. Door. Ah. John. That's for you. You. We. Oh. There, that's. Oh. It's in there. And here we go.
Do you have uranium deposits down there?
There is. I have one marked. I know there's at least one more around that I have.
'Cause I think that's going to be a struggle up here. I'm hoping I have enough to be able to at least power the craft to get it off the surface and get it down there without running out of juice.
Hmm. Mind the iron. How many do I have? Three.
It's just going to take a bunch of steel plate now.
Of course.
And yes, of course, thruster components. Because why wouldn't it not take thruster components?
Whee.
I'm getting there. I don't think I'm going to finish it this episode, but I'm thinking on Friday we might have a cargo ship.
Cool.
Assuming I can find enough uranium to power it. At least long enough to get to the surface of the planet where we can get more uranium for it.
Yeah.
I suppose get the hydrogen farm farming if it hasn't already started farming.
It's got some in it, not a whole lot.
Because I won't be. I'm guessing just based on approximations and attempts from previous. I'm guessing it's going to need that booster,
Probably.
especially if it's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a prospector.
I mean, kinda. Mm.
Man, I'm just picking up a ton of stone in the process. It's where I wish I had the processing power of a miner at times. But at this point, I've given up on it. I'm just gonna. All resources are going into thrusters for the cargo ship.
Fair enough.
Once that's complete, then a miner can be thought about again.
Alright. Iron processing. I'll look for an ice run. Rev loaded. Can't let myself drop too fast.
Yeah, don't make my mistake.
good. Where is thing? Is don't try don't.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Diddy. I mean, it's still there. I haven't checked to see if it's still connected or not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can you queue up an elite drill? Because I don't have one. And I'm not currently at the base, and I figure it can get working if I'm
Yeah, give me just a
while I'm
minute
out on a mining expedition.
here. Gotcha.
Since this is currently my main method for collecting material.
Connector there. Butter. Looks like your side is down.
No. Should be functioning. Wow, what's it saying?
It keeps saying that like it's connected, but I can't access MoonGrid.
That's weird. Wonder why that is. Oh well, I'll deal with it when I get back, I guess. I just figure it'd be efficient if I'm out. It could be chugging
Yeah.
along in production and waiting for me when I return.
Need the connector on there. Connector. Yeah. Motor construction steel. Steel construction. Door construction. Do 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 do. Nice. go. Yes. Ice in there. Cool. Alright, won't be a lot, but it should be a decent chunk for now. 85k ice sitting in each of my 2 generators. Pump it into tanks right now.
Nice.
That should be pretty good. A little bit of progress. I think I'm probably gonna call it there, though.
What was that?
I think I'm probably gonna call it.
Alrighty. Sounds good. I think I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna probably do this about the same thing. I'm gonna take this load of platinum back over to the refinery, so that way I can have more thruster components when I come back. Yeah, there's one nice thing with the server running is that it'll keep chugging along on stuff when you're not around.
Yep.
As long as it has the resources to do it, that is.
Yes.
That is the key. So, let me get, I guess let me get the, electric scout plugged back in.
Shut down. Doesn't look like it. Refinery running. Just left for it to process. On.
Switching close.
Oh, yeah, you have plenty of power. Truck just sitting there idling has 93 days.
I think that'll be fine.
I would hope so.
Okay, and shut the reactor off on this. Alright, everything should be parked up. Work lights. Hangar door. Okay, well, we've made some progress, I feel like. I think you probably made more progress than I did just because I've been having to hand tools the heck out of these thruster components, but I think we're getting places, so.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
I'm gonna check the battery status. Battery status, perfect. Alright. Well, that is gonna do it for us this time, guys. Remember, we'll be back most likely on Friday unless something drastic comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And but until then, guys, take it easy and peace.
Bye.